Yeah, hi Larry, Ted Johnson. Thought I would record a quick video for you. This video just will give you an idea of maybe what we could do for Togiak River Lodge and their application. It's just a skinned out version of another app that I have done for another lodge, and so there's a lot more work that goes into it than just simply putting graphics on it and that sort of thing. But again, I wanted to give you a feel for maybe how this would look. What I've done is I've taken a static picture of the lodge and then I'm rotating photos down below, sort of like what's on your website. We can rotate 5 photos through at any one time. We can change it out for seasons or years. If you get a better picture that you want to put up there, we can do that also. And so this is sort of a project or an ongoing project that we can make these modifications for you. Or if you have somebody that at the lodge or yourself that likes to do this sort of thing, there's a dashboard where you can go in and change out the graphics and the pictures, add content and that sort of thing. Again, everything is customized to each of our clients, and so the look and feel of it, the colors of it can change. In this case, I have 2 hot buttons down here. This hot button is a call us button, and that's pretty self-explanatory. We just tie that in to one of the main numbers in the lodge or a cell phone, and if somebody wants to call, just hit that button and then it activates the phone. The share button is kind of unique in that if somebody is talking to a person and maybe they're sharing their experience that they've had at Togiak River Lodge, they can hit the share button and then they can share this application with their friends either through Twitter or Facebook or email. We set up all of the different social medias on there and that sort of thing. In this case, we have a book a trip button in the very bottom left-hand corner. It goes into a form that we've customized for each lodge, and we put in the appropriate information that you would like, what kind of fishing they want to do, what are the dates they want to come and fish, and that sort of thing. And then this information is not only emailed to you, but it's also text message to you so you can get right back in touch with a person. We have a gallery button. The gallery button, you can have as many different picture galleries in here as what you want. This is what we call a cover flow format, and people can scroll through this with their finger, and if they see a picture that they like, all they do is double click on it and it enlarges that picture and they can have a better look at that. And so anyway, that's the gallery here. I have a fishing reports. The fishing reports that would come up here would be the ones that maybe you push message out, as you and I talked about. This is sort of a archive of those different push messages that go out. We have the rates, and those can be updated on an annual basis. The look and feel of that page then can mimic what you have on your current website, or we can design out something that looks a little different. Here is the More function, and I've taken you to the second page on the application where we put in a lot of the functionality. In this case, we have this lodge is in Southeast Alaska around Admiralty Island, and we put in all of these different points of interest and cities that are around Admiralty Island, and then putting in fishing spots also. All of this is GPS coordinated. All you do is click on a button and it gives you a picture of, let's say, the city of Sitka. You can double click on it and get directions there. If we could drive to it, of course we'd have to take a boat or plane to fly to it, and then we can get more information down here. Those can be added by you, they can be added by us. I have people that have 30, 40, 50 of those points of interest in their application. Receive a newsletter is just simply that. You can click here and put in your name, your email address, your phone number, and then you would be automatically added to your email address. Here's an About Us function. If I click on it, in this case, this person wanted to talk about fishing, accommodations, the rates and packages that they have, and then their information also in the Sportsman News. We list all of the sportsman shows you're in, and we list the dates and times and the locations. You can have people contact you through the application saying, hey, I'd like a ticket, if you give out free tickets to the sportsman shows and that sort of thing. So that's really pretty cool the way that works. I've tied this in directly to our videos. Our videos then goes directly on your YouTube page and pulls up your videos, and I took the liberty of going to your YouTube page and just sort of bringing it in. So on your mobile phone you can look at the videos of what you put out there. What we fish for is a fish identifier. Now, I have this one set up for both freshwater and for saltwater fish. But you can have salmon, steelhead, rainbow, whatever it is, and then we have the appropriate icons for that. In this case, if I go to salmon, it'll then list all the different salmonoids. We have them in both ocean and spawning condition. We can strip out the spawning condition if you don't like that sort of thing. In this case, the king salmon. If I click on that, then it brings up a better description of the king salmon and then a bigger picture of the king salmon. This fish identifier is really pretty cool. People like this a lot. If they're fishing on their own and they get something chrome and flopping at their feet at the bank of a river, maybe in the lower 48, they can go to their fish identifier and say, "Oh, this one has a black mouth, so okay, this one is a Chinook." You know, and so it just gives them, again, a tool that they'll want to keep on their phone, and it'll always remind them, of course, of Togiak River Lodge. What our clients say is a testimonial page that we tie directly into Facebook. Submit photos is really pretty cool in that if somebody comes to the lodge and they've taken a photo and you go, "Gosh, I'd like to have that on my website," and a lot of times what they'll do is they'll tell you, "Yeah, I'll send it to you," and then you never get it. Well, if they've taken the picture with their phone and they have the application on their phone, which they should if they hit the lodge, you can simply have them go to submit a photo, and then all of their new photos will show up down here. All they do is click on that, and that'll automatically be emailed to you, so then you can edit it or post it on your website or post it into the gallery here in the application. I have the Alaska fishing regulations for 2015. You can purchase your Alaska fishing license down here. I think I mentioned to you we've developed out a fish weight calculator. It works really pretty cool. In that, if you get, again, a salmonoid, a salmon, trout, steelhead, and you are wanting to know an estimated weight on that, I'm trying to close this out here real quick. So what they do is they put in the length of the fish, the girth of the fish, and then when you click here, it'll calculate out the estimated weight. You can then take a photo of the fish, which records the picture of the fish and the GPS location of where the fish was photographed at, theoretically where they've been caught, and then you can email it to yourself. You can email it to a buddy. That's where most of them go. People want to have bragging rights and just go, "Hey, look what I just caught." It's really pretty cool the way that works. In this particular app, I also have a halibut weight calculator. Obviously, since you don't fish halibut where you're at, we wouldn't have that on there. But we'd have sonar fish counts. We might have tide tables. We can put a lot of things in addition to this. Weather reports and that sort of thing tied into the weather forecast, Weather Bureau, updated fishing regulations. There's just a myriad of things that we do when we customize out an application. So anyway, that gives you a quick overview of how an application could look for Togiak River Lodge. Take a look at the rest of my material, and I think you'll be impressed with what we do. Thanks again, Larry.